In a world that's always changing, the ones who cling to routine and rigid strategies will fall, but the ones who stay moving, evolving and adapting, they rise. This is Chapter 4 of the 50th Law. Keep moving, calculated momentum. Let's talk about how flow beats control and how you can master chaos like a street hustler turned mogul. When Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, first stepped into the crack game in Southside Queens, it was like entering the Wild West. No rules, no structure, just money, chaos, and competition. And Curtis, he thrived in that storm. But then came Jermaine, a calculated, controlling gangster who wanted to bring order to the streets. He introduced fixed pricing, forced loyalty, and crushed independent hustlers. Curtis tried to work around it, but got caught and beat down. So he stepped back, watched, listened, learned. Jermaine wanted to run the streets like a corporation, top-down control, one-size-fits-all pricing, all built on fear and monopoly. But the hood doesn't work like that. People want choices. Fiends don't stay loyal, and enemies don't stay quiet. Jermaine's failure was inevitable, and when he tried to extend control into rival territory, he was gunned down. Curtis took the opposite path. No domination, just flow. Multiple hustles at once. No dependence on a single plan. He embraced mobility, flexibility, and constant change. This was hustler innovation at its rawest. Fast forward to 2003. 50 Cent is no longer just a hustler. He's in boardrooms with corporate America, Interscope Records, major brands and industry executives. He could have played it safe. Let them control the strategy, the music, the image. But 50 had already seen that movie before, with Jermaine. The corporate execs reminded him of street bosses, trapped in old models, clinging to power, afraid of disruption. The music industry was being torn apart by digital downloads and piracy. But instead of evolving, they tried to hold the line. 50. He stayed fluid. He wasn't just a rapper anymore. He moved into vitamin water, books, car brands, anything that aligned with his image and created new lanes. To outsiders, it looked random. But in reality, it was all part of a bigger play, a web of calculated momentum. Like a street hustler spotting new corners to post up on, 50 used chaos as his advantage. He didn't control the system. He moved through it, around it, beyond it. That's how you thrive in a fast-moving world, not by clinging, but by flowing. The moment you stop moving is the moment you start dying. Look at the record execs. Look at the other rappers who peaked and plateaued. They didn't evolve, so they disappeared. 50, on the other hand, treated business like a lab. He experimented. He talked to his fans, took risks, dropped albums, mixtapes, and videos without permission. He built a website that evolved into a social network before social media even popped off. Everything was part of his hustle, not from a fixed position, but from motion. He was never boxed in. He didn't wait to be told what worked. He tested it for himself. This movement gave him options. When one lane slowed down, he had 5 more in play. While others were playing checkers, he was on a chessboard with no edges. Calculated momentum is not chaos. It's not rushing blindly or running without direction. It's knowing when to pivot, when to switch gears, when to create something new, and leave behind what no longer serves you. In this world, stability is a trap. Comfort is an illusion. The only security is your ability to move, adapt, pivot, and stay fluid. You don't need to dominate the board, you just need to keep moving through it. That's how 50 Cent built his empire. That's how you stay sharp in a ruthless world. Let the rigid fall, let the static fade. Keep moving, keep flowing, and everything you want will come to you in motion.